Hello, all my crafty friends. I am coming to you with a few projects today. It should be day... Oh, well, let's get out the album. Let's go. Okay. So here we are in my album. We just did day 8. That is what you should be seeing next. I keep on forgetting to print off a picture for this side. This is just going to be a filler, I believe. Day 8, which is like a continuation of day 5 kind of thing, a filler. So we are here on day 9. And day 9 is just about wrapping, the infamous wrapping paper 1. Should be pretty easy. Most of this was done in Photoshop / okay guys, sorry if you do hear my silhouette. It is cutting right now, and those things are super loud, but I need to get moving on this, so hopefully you can't hear too much. I did put my AirPod in, so hopefully it's a little bit more not so you can't hear it so much. Anyways, so that one, this, I do not have day 10 done. That one, I am getting a little bit bogged down on a little bit. I can't figure out what I'm going to do or something like that. I do believe it's just going to be an insert since I don't, well, it's going to be my movie page. So maybe it's not going to be an insert. And then, ooh. And then will this page be that side? See, some of these things you just like really have to think about sometimes. So it will be on that side. Okay, that's fine. Anyways. And then, so when you flip that one over, this will be day 10. That'll be just a really thick page because, okay, I'm going to think about that later. Anyways, so day 11, I might not punch holes in this then yet because I don't know exactly which side this will go on. So day 11, this is the Joy tag paper that a lot of people have been working with. And I just have the digital of this kit, as you should, like, if you've been following. I think I say it pretty much most of the time. And this is our gingerbread day. So where did I put all my taggies? Oh, here they are. So like I said, in Photoshop, I have went through and cut all of my tags out. I just need to go through and hole punch and all that kind of stuff. I did forget to take out the white because I know my holes I don't want my holes to be that big, but it won't be too bad. But yeah, actually I think key goes here. Anyways, so I did all of my tags. My silhouette is cutting the vellum out that will go on top of this. And then this tag will say Gingerbread Day. And so this one is going to be pretty intensive and take me a little bit. I also need to pull out like alpha stickers or something. I need to find like some gold alpha stickers. Because I want to put the letter of each person's name. This one actually goes here. Each letter's name. I also think I have a few more I need to print out, but he goes there, I think. Anyways, yeah. And so we have a lot to do. And then when I was in a little bit of a rut and couldn't figure out something, I knew that I wanted to use this Fa La 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 page. And I actually don't have this template set. But the stamp was in the the Fa La 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 stamp was in the kids kit. And so I went in there and I did the stamp twice and got it along. I also, in order to not make this so one-dimensional, have went through and cut this out about 14 times and my silhouette, because my silhouette did not like my paper. And that way I'm going to make this 2-dimensional, so I am going to cover up that red. I have 2 sets of it here. And then I'm going to cut a red glitter paper of it too, so that I can bulk that up. And this will be just one page of my Christmas day. So my Christmas day tends to be like 2 to 3 pages because we have 3 celebrations on that day. Ours at our house, my mom's house, and then my husband's mom's house. Though I don't get great pictures at my husband's mom's house. It's extremely dark, and they kind of just open all of the gifts, so it's like crazy mayhem. So I don't get like the best of pictures there. So I usually just kind of group that into ours. But yeah, so we have lots to work on. I don't know how I'm going to kind of show this in a video at this point, because these two are easy and this one is a little bit more intensive, and this one is December 25th, where I'm not even halfway done. I think I just want to get December 25th done, as that's most, and you can do whatever you want to do in your album. So if there's a day that you're more excited about, go do that day. Just maybe put it in here, because if you're not sure exactly where it's going to fall in the album, just put it in here and don't punch holes in it, that kind of thing, and just wait for it. So oh, I do have one thing. As you can see over here, I also in 2021, yeah, I believe one of the prep day had a wrapping all the way. Yeah, wrapping all the way. And the wrapping all the way is going to go there, and a number is going to go here. And that is pretty much done for that one. So pretty easy. It's just a little work in Photoshop pretty much. So, all right, let's get going. All right, so you're going to see me bounce between these three projects a little bit. So like I said, I used the stamp in the kids December daily kit. And that seemed to work amazing. I did just put the two stickers together. This kit was just cheaper than getting the layered templates, and I don't use the layered templates. So I figured, hey, what the heck? And then I ended up using a few of the cards in some later projects. So, all right, so this glitter paper actually cut way better than my regular cardstock. I have no idea what was going on with that, but whatever. The bad part about it is this glittered cardstock was actual glitter cardstock, and the glitter was getting everywhere, right? So I do now that I am a little bit more experienced, because I think I bought this right when I was getting back into it, to get what looks like glittered cardstock and not what is glittered cardstock actually. But anyways, so I had an idea of what about if I put glossy accents over all of it, how would it look? So I just used a little tester piece that you see me doing there, put it off to the side while I did another project, and you're going to see at the very end of this video, so be on the lookout for that I end up putting it on the whole thing, and it comes out very well. So all right, so I cut these from just black matte or black cardstock, and it didn't cut well again. I need a new blade. I haven't switched my blade in forever, but it works. I stacked them three high, I believe, and just using that Barely Art glue to glue those down. This was a extremely easy page. The hardest part was when I took this picture, I took it under regular lighting and it had some orange on it, and I had to figure out how to Photoshop that out of there. So I finally got that part. Deciding on my number, honestly, when I see it above here, I could have used that 9 that I have not been able to find. I loved these red foiled 9s, and I just haven't been able to find a place for it. But when I seen it in the video footage, I was like, oh, it actually kind of looked good, but whatever. It is what it is. So it was just a different type of red than what was on my page. So, all right, just using some of these circle stickers to give my number a landing place. I also kind of deal with these 6s that are 9s and 9s that are 6s. I can always see the 6. I don't know about you guys, and never see the 9. I just never, in my own handwriting, swoop the 9 little tail thing underneath of it. I mean, I know that that's a thing, but I just never see the 9. So I'm constantly like, is this actually a 9 or a 6? So yeah, anyways, I dealt with that in my footage a little bit. All right, it's just punching my holes, getting all that, because those 2 pages are done and put back in. So that was an easy spread. Sometimes we need those. All right, so here we are. I think I walked away for quite some time. I can't remember. Went and did dinner or something. I'm not sure. Came back, seeing that little piece had dried great. It wasn't pulling any of the red or anything, because that's always what I'm worried about. I don't know why. And so I did the whole piece right there, as you can see. And now I'm just going to put that over to the side, inspection. And I'm going to start on the tag. So like I said, lots of projects here, right? Before I started that though, I was like, you know what? I kind of like the gold line that the other tags had in the kit. So I'm going to make my own gold line. And I had a Uniball gold pen. So I just used that and outlined, used the stamp from this year to do this. And I am leaving this part in, though it is a mistake. I don't know how some people just like literally stamp and it comes out perfectly every time. I feel like every time Allie stamps, it's like it just magically like lines up perfectly and like she gets all of her letters in. Come on, guys. If you don't feel that, I don't know how else. But yeah, I should have moved that end. That was where we went wrong. Everything else was great until that end. I should have moved that end over. Then I would have gotten this R in, as you can see. And then it would have been gingerbread, and I would have had houses. But I had to move that R down, and then it, yep, see, I'm like, oh, man. And it ruins the whole thing, and it just, yeah, it doesn't look horrible. No, but it doesn't look how I wanted it to look, right? So I kept it in here. Mainly because I think I did the second one off screen, off camera when I came back down later on. Because most of the time after I'm done doing these things and I mess up, I have to walk away because I get mad at myself. I shouldn't, but I do. I wanted to keep on going though, just to make sure that the bread would fit and everything else would fit. And I'm like, yep, it definitely would. So there is my new one. I have redone that. Looks great. So it just says Gingerbread Houses. There we go. And that is my title. Yep, I remember to put a title on this page because day 8 does not have a title, nor does it have journaling, guys. Like, I don't know when I was designing that page or when I was putting it together, like how I forgot that, but I did. All right, so I pulled out some of these super, super old eyelets that I probably had in my stash forever ago. Quickly figured out that I don't need this big a hole, so I won't be using this again. But I also don't have a piercer, and I don't have a crocodile that goes this far into the page. So you're going to see me poking holes through all of this, even though I think I edit most of this out. Because this is just repetitive. So I'm going around and putting these down, doing the little pegs, making sure everything is lined up, and then I start on my pictures. I put the picture down, and then I put the vellum piece over top of it. Obviously I have the digital version, so I did not have the vellum. I could have foiled these. Here we go, figuring out like, no. And then I still do use this one. And I'm like, why am I still using the big one? No, I get my crocodile out and use the big crocodile. Like, and the hole is still too big. So that one is a little floppy, but it's okay, guys. It's not going to be perfect. I could have foil quilled all of the tags. And many of times during this project, I thought about stopping and doing that. It wasn't worth it to me. I also then thought about maybe using that Uniball gel pen on top of it. But then I'm like, no, I'll smear that. And I'll be even more mad at myself. So, all right. So here's the pictures almost all the way down. These side pictures. So I left this one in because I had way too many pictures for this page to hold. And way too many people. We have 5 kids on this side of the family. Just my 2 kids and my sister's kids. And so I'm like, how am I going to get this to flip still? And so I went on, this is their grandpa's house that actually won, out of the adults. So I decided to put this one in. And I went about, and then I was like, oh, I could kind of do a flip up with vellum. And then I was like, how am I doing a flip up with vellum though? Like, I couldn't figure that part out. And then I'm like, well, if I leave a little bit on the edge, I can create the flip up. There we go. So you're about to see me do this. So I take one of the already cut vellum tags with a little piece of vellum. And, leave about an extra half inch, I believe it is. Yeah, it's like about a half inch, so that I can fold that under, and there we go. Now I'm cutting it to that, fold it under, and create a flip up. I thought that was very smart of me. I mean, it's not like life altering, but I thought that was a good idea. All right, so just using that bone folder to get a good crease in that vellum. And then I get myself all turned around with the vellum. I don't know why. I was being silly. Anyways, get that figured out, and put that down. I do in Photoshop make sure that I moved him over to the side a little bit so that we don't cut off most of his head. That goes off of the page here. So I did plan for that. Next will be, I went through my enormous stash of thickers and found some gold thickers so that I could put everybody's initial. Well, first I cut off all of the remaining little pieces. I forgot about that. Then I go through and try and find some thickers that match, but no, I mean, kind of match. There was no really matching. But ones that I liked. I need to get rid of these. And guys, I think I've been doing a great job with getting rid of my stash at this point. Like, though it's literally not going to make a dent in what I have. I feel like every page I've been using something and getting rid of things and been so proud of myself. So I decided to give myself a pat on the back for that. But anyways, yes, so here we go. You see me stop and try and figure out like where the holes are going to be, because I'm not sure if this is going to be a left or a right side of the page. I think I end up moving the D on the left side, even though I don't think I needed to, because this ends up being a left side of the page. So once we get done, because I end up, as much as I said it would be a filler page for day 10, yeah, that page ended up being like one heck of a page, right? That one should have went up before, and this one was done before 10, as you kind of seen. Though I will post 10 before 11. So, all right. So now I had to figure out what I was going to do with all of the other tag spaces. I couldn't just leave them blank. They kind of looked weird. I don't know. So I went through all of my vellum and, clear acetate that I have. This is from Pretty Little Studio. And found this one, and I was like, oh, this will be cute. It looks like little hanging lights. I didn't want anything like too busy to take away from everything else. And on top of it, this, it's already busy. So, and it kind of played off the vellum that's already there. So we just went through and I cut them into tags using that that messed up tag one, and put them down with eyelets just the same way. So, and then went through and just cut everything. So you don't need to see me do all of that. It's the same thing over and over again, right? But using these eyelets, so I'm super excited, even though they are making a comeback a little bit, I think, including, or not eyelets, these are brads, I'm sorry. Eyelets, though, are, I think, making a little bit of a comeback also. I did just adhere these down. You can't see the adhesive on the back of this. This is pretty opaque vellum, so you couldn't see it at all. And that one didn't have a hole anyways to do the tag, so had to figure out a way to put it down. But there we go. There it is. Originally, I thought I was going to put the number over the gingerbread, but it covered up too much of it. I think I will show you how I'm going to pull out all my 11s. There I am pulling up that D. I don't think I needed to, but I think it honestly looks better going that way. So there we go. I'm still fiddling with the one that the hole is a little bit too big. Oh, I don't show you. I come back to this. I don't know why. I thought I had the number 11. Anyways, my number 11 goes on the other page, which I did not finish in this one. Maybe I'll dig through my footage, and if you see that here, maybe I will try and dig foot, because I do have it done. Anyways, I am using that Bearly Arts glue, of course, to now put down this piece of I don't even know the title, and pop that up. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go look for that other footage, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I went digging for footage. It was about 2 or 3 days later. I'm like, oh, there it is. All right, so to tie in the red, the back of the red, I actually love this paper and haven't been able to use it. And the picture that I have of our whole family doing these gingerbread houses was very weirdly shaped. I don't know why. And also, yeah, just very weirdly shaped. I don't know. So I had to like put it at an angle in order to get people on it. And it wasn't the greatest of pictures, but I loved it because everybody was doing their own thing. And it just kind of showed how the day went. So what I thought was like, okay, that's not a big deal. It was like perfectly like tilted on each side. So I was like, I can just do 2 strips of paper going down like little banners and put it that way and we're good to go. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Except for I couldn't for some reason figure all of this out, and I don't even know. So here I am just measuring that out, trying to figure out a good way to measure it out, and I'm putting those down. So really this comes together very quickly, other than the fact that I don't know why I can't figure this out. I think it's because I kept on tilting the paper. If I wouldn't have tilted the paper and tilted the trimmer, I'm not sure. Anyways, if I would have just did this the right way, it wouldn't have been that big of an issue. It ended up not being that big of an issue. I just backed it up a little bit and then chopped it off at the end. So it worked out fine. But yeah, so there it is. And then it showed a little bit of that gold and it brought in the red across, and got a good picture. I had one where we were all smiling and looking at the camera. Here it is. I'm like, oh no, I switched the 2. I put that one down there and this one up here and I pulled it off and it still wasn't correct. I have no idea, guys. I'm telling you. I am telling you. So here I am going to pull this off this matte paper. And if you know anything about adhesive with matte photo paper, it doesn't go well. So, I'm very lucky that I was able to get it off with minimal type, and it still wasn't right. So I was just like, forget it at this point, forget it, and did it this way, and just, and did it this way. That's okay. But picked out an 11 and went with it. And I did cut out a lot of me going back and forth with embellishments. Again, trying to use my stash. Oh, I did pull down my washi. I forgot about this. Because I felt like it was a little unfinished, like the edges of that paper. So I found this little black and gold striped. I was looking for a scalloped edge, but I really couldn't find what I was looking for. Every scalloped edge that I had was like way too big. So I found this teeny tiny washi it was black with a gold little stripe, and put it down. And I think that it was the perfect little addition, and it pulled in that gold. So I was pretty happy about that. Then pulled out all of my, well, not all of my 11s. I don't think I had that many for 11. And chose the white 11 actually. I felt like that one popped the most, with one of the heart embellishments that said, this tradition has my heart, and it was perfect. I loved it. Everything went well. It fit down there right there. Sorry, I am a little off camera. I'm working on that. If I don't have my cutting mat out, sometimes I forget that I fall off camera. My cutting mat, when I go, and plus it looks like my camera is a little too high too. But yeah, there we go. There it is. And I love how this turned out. This day 11 turned out. It really came together, and it's probably one of my favorite spreads in the album. So thank you guys so much for sticking around for a little bit longer video. And I hope that you enjoyed this spread.
I will talk to you all soon. And yeah, I would love if you would hit that subscribe button if you are new. And if you are coming back and following this little journey through December, thank you so much. I appreciate you tenfold. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.